Hey, Sandsun Surf 72 here. Today we're going to do a video about a little custom suppressor from Suppressed Armament Systems. What they did is they took my YHM Titanium 556 can and put their custom mount on it. It's called a thread over muzzle brake. I decided to do this because I don't love the YHM mount. It's great for an AR-15, but I didn't want to put it on my bolt gun. I did have their larger 308 can on a bolt gun with that QD mount, and I didn't have any problems with it. But I wanted something that locked up a little bit tighter and that would give me a little bit smaller of an overall size. So this is the thread over muzzle brake. Has a little thread protector on it. You may recognize this as looking a little bit similar to Thunder Beast. Suppressed Armament Systems designed this first, allegedly, and it's a great system. It's not super fast on the QD part. The threads are still pretty fine, a lot like the Q that I reviewed earlier. But it's a very clean mount once you get it in there. So I like it a little better than the Q, honestly, even though I haven't shot it yet. So what we're going to do here today is take my trusty Remington 700. This is a sub MOA gun every day of the week. Usually with the GemTech suppressor that I run on it, it's about a third MOA rifle. Today we're shooting in a new location. I've only got a 50-yard range, but we'll see what kind of groups we can get even at 50 yards and see if this YHM Titanium can, modified by Suppressed Armament Systems, will do anything. First thing, normally we would mount this with some rock set or something better, but I'm just going to crank it on pretty tight. I'm not going to shim it properly. What we're going to try to do here is just test accuracy. You can see how clean the look is here. That is just a very, the light's a little rough, but that is a very flush mount. Looks great. I will say, again, it's not truly QD in that it takes quite a few revolutions to get that thing screwed on. It does use a taper mount, and one thing I noticed is that the inside of the flash hider actually has a slot for a slotted screwdriver in case it comes off the rifle and stays inside of the suppressor. I think that's pretty novel and brilliant feature so that you don't have to have a big wrench flat there sticking out the end of the barrel. I love the clean look. All right, here come the first 5 rounds ever fired through this brand new suppressor and mount system. Hopefully the point of impact change isn't too much, and we'll have it on paper right away. We'll see what we can do. Let's get to it. All right, I can see through the scope it's a decent group. It is at close range, so I'm going to walk down range and get some video of what that group looked like for the first 5 rounds. I will tell you the sound was pretty good. Of course, behind the gun with a suppressed gun, it's always pretty darn good. I think I'll probably have to shoot the GemTech as well just for comparison, although I may not videotape that and bore you to death. Well, here we are down range, 5 rounds, 1 ragged hole. Again, 50 yards, but it looks good for the first 5 rounds. I'm going to see what I can do with one more 5-round group, and we'll also compare it with the GemTech. All right, second attempt at a 5-round group with the Suppressed Armament modified YHM can. Titanium, lightweight, it's awesome. Let's get to it. That looked great. All right, I had to run down the ditch and up the other side, but I'd say that's a pretty darn good 5-round group. I think I like this new can. All right, after looking at the targets and shooting that gun with the suppressor on it, that suppressed armament can, well, that YHM can, but that suppressed armament mount is phenomenal. I think we're getting too much backlight here. All right, walking back with my target, and man, that YHM that's been modified by suppressed armament is phenomenal. I love the mount. I love how solid it is. It's got that taper lock on that thread over muzzle brake. It's definitely found a new home. I might have mentioned that already. And tell you what, I'd like to have a suppressor for every gun, but in this case, I could maybe see sharing one suppressor between two guns.